Hey, what is up, guys? My name is Daniel, and today I am here with a build that I've actually never done before, and this is a $1,500 full gaming PC build. Now, what I mean by full is that I have all of the, peripherals and everything in here, which I generally don't do, and that's for a couple of reasons. One is because, you know, peripherals are mainly down to personal choice or personal preference or whatever. And in here, I used all of my personal opinions. So chances are most of you won't agree with them, but I do get requested to do this quite often. So I figured I'll do some this month. If you don't like the choices I went with, then just go with, a price range that you're looking for without the peripherals, I guess I should say, on my channel, which, I should have some of. So go check those out if you aren't into this. So yeah, let's get right into this. For the CPU, I'm with the AMD FX 8350 4 GHz 8-core processor. Right now, this is $180, which is a very good value. $180 isn't all that much for an 8-core processor of this clock speed, which, honestly, this CPU is great for gaming. You can even do live streaming or video editing or whatever with this. But for gaming especially, this is turning out to be one of the best value CPUs. And I say value as in, price to performance. Obviously, the FX 6300 and X-Force 750K are a little bit better. But being that the Xbox One and PS4 use 8-core processors just like this one, or almost like this one anyway, they have much lower clock speed than their Jaguars. But, this is definitely becoming more and more competitive by the day. So yeah, for the CPU cooler, on the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo sleeve bearing CPU coolers is $35. It's actually gone up recently. It used to have that discount where it was $30. It doesn't have that anymore, but still, this is one of the best value CPU coolers around. So yeah, I did actually add thermal compound in this, even though the Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo comes with it. I added the Arctic Silver 5 high density polysynthetic silver, which is 3.5 grams of thermal paste. It's $6.73, and obviously that's just to make your cooling a little bit better. So yeah, for the motherboard, I'm with the Asus M5A99FX Pro R2.0 ATX AM3 Plus motherboard. Right now, this is a $20 mail-in rebate, making it $120, which is a great value, mind you. There was this kind of sale on the the Evo version of this board, I should say, a while back, and that was a pretty good deal. But I do like the Pro version just for overclocking, and with the Hyper 212 Evo, you might be able to get a little bit of an overclock on this CPU, so that's pretty awesome. For the memory, on the G.Skill Ripjaws X series, 8 gigabytes, which is 2 sticks of 4 gigabytes, DDR3 1866 megahertz memory. This is $80 right now, which is, a fairly competitive price. G.Skill usually does have competitive prices, especially with their Ripjaws X line, which I do happen to like a lot. For the storage, only the Western Digital Caviar Blue 1TB, 7200 RPM internal hard drive. After a $5 mail-in rebate, this is $57.98. This hard drive should be able to store most people's applications and everything else. Although you may want to upgrade to, another 1TB drive or a 2TB drive sometime in the future. Although that is something that you could definitely do later on. For the video card, only the EVGA GeForce GTX 770 2GB video card. Right now, this is $350 after a $10 mail-in rebate. I actually own this card myself. It's a great card. I've seen a couple complaints with EVGA ACX coolers, which this has, that sometimes they get a little bit loud. I have noticed that it's a little bit louder than, an MSI cooler or Asus for the most part. But that really doesn't bother me all that much. For the case, I'm with the Fractal Design Define R4 with a window. This is the Black Pearl version, and it's an ATX mid-tower case. This is $120 right now, and I like this case a lot. It's very quiet. It has sound dampening material on most of the side panels and stuff like that. For the power supply, I'm with the Corsair Builder Series CX600, 600 watt 80 plus bronze certified, semi-modular, it's actually non-modular ATX power supply. This is $70 right now and is a great value. In this build, we're only using 464 watts. It's good to have a little bit of headroom just for maximum efficiency, which we do have, so this is perfect really for this build. For the operating system, I went with the Microsoft Windows 8.1 64-bit OEM. operating system. This is $100 right now, and again, this is why I said that it all comes down to personal preference in this build. If you don't like Windows 8.1, you can obviously go into the build link in the description and change out some stuff. You know, maybe go with Windows 7 or just standard Windows 8 or whatever you feel like going with. So yeah, for the monitor, I'm with the Asus VX248H 60Hz 24-inch monitor. This is $200 right now and is a fairly good monitor. Color representation solid. You pretty much get what you pay for with Asus monitors. So yeah, that's about it. For the keyboard, I'm with the Logitech G710 wired gaming keyboard. This is $130. It's a very, very sturdy keyboard with MX Browns, Cherry MX Browns, great key switches. They're slightly tactile, but not clicky in the sense that MX Blues are, or MX Greens for that matter. So yeah, for the mouse, I'm with the Razer DeathAdder wired optical mouse. This is $61.60, and for most people, this is really all you need, unless you're going to be playing MMOs a lot, in which you need tons of buttons or macro buttons on your mouse. This only has 2 macro buttons that you can assign, so you know it's not amazing, but you get what you pay for. For the speakers, I went with the Logitech Z323 30-watt 2.1 channel speakers. These are $56.80. Great pair of speakers, if I may say so. My brother actually owns these. They're great as daily drivers. You know, it's not extremely accurate sound, but you do get what you pay for. So, like this video if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new here. I post content every other day. Thanks for watching, and peace.